I'm Lucky.
I'm Ben.
I'm Tyler, and welcome to the National Gaga League Gaga Ballers podcast, episode 1. Obviously, we just put out day 1, and it was awesome, and we're here to talk about it. Shut up. We just put it on YouTube. We just put it out. So, we're going to talk about this. It's going to be awesome. Stay tuned for the rest of the video, and subscribe. Follow the Instagram as well. We are having crazy Instagram reels, crazy YouTube shorts. So subscribe, follow hit the like button. Follow the Spotify if you listen to podcasts on there. Let's not waste any more time. Let's just get straight into it. So we are going to start. Just what did you see from your team? Obviously, all of us are team captains. So what did you see from your team in day 1 that you really liked? And I'm going to start just so you know, to give a little foundation. What I saw from my team is I saw great teamwork. I saw Becton going absolutely insane. I saw myself playing pretty well. Not my best, but I saw myself playing pretty well. And I saw Shelby with some good survival. I was very happy to see that. Obviously, we performed pretty well, so I was very happy with that. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next. All right, so, my team obviously wasn't my team because we had Aiden. But it was good. Kayla had good blocks. Aiden had good plays, and I had good plays. There was bad plays, but there was good plays. At the end of the day, it was the first day. Nobody really knew what they were doing. So, it's going to get better.
For sure. All right, Ben?
Yeah, as like you said, first day, little mishaps here and there, but that's fine. I saw a lot of good teamwork, a lot of good. We were out there on the field, we were talking, we were knowing our roles, knowing what to do. We had some great plays, coming up. We had a league history from one of my teammates.
There was.
We had some great 1v1s. Might have lost, but still they were able to go out there and just do their best, show their all.
Yeah. Obviously, we are recording these after the season, so we know what happens for the rest of the season. But we are talking about this from the perspective of day 1 only. So, we will not be talking about anything later on in the season. Because who knows? My team could absolutely suck after today. Lucky's team could be absolutely insane, or absolutely horrendous. Or Ben's team could be absolutely horrendous, or absolutely insane. You never know. So, well, we know, but you will not. That's crazy. Anyways, so, next, I just want to see, do you guys have any personal highlights? This can be personal. This can be a team highlight. What was one moment that really stood out to you as something special from your team? Whoever wants to go first, go ahead.
All right, so, personally, we've already made an edit of it, but I had some great dodges in the 1v1 with Cleo, and I appreciated it. And I think that I'm going to be a good player next season. I was a good player this season, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah, that Militia Stallions game too. It was a good game. It was a good game. We'll probably end up talking about that later if I had to guess, but that was a good game. Ben?
Well, honestly, personally, I did do great first day, so it's going to be more of a teammate thing, but same game, same match. Cleo's on my team. Honestly, was great out there. We might have lost the match. We might have lost the 1v1. But he was able to go out there. It was a great long 1v1. Great hits from both players, honestly. So I'm not just giving credit to Cleo. Lucky.
Thank you.
I guess. But, it's just a great game to watch,
sure.
And just good job to both players.
Yeah, for sure. For me personally, I'm going to do 2 small moments. So, personal highlight for me was my game where I don't remember which game it was. I think it might have been game 2 of Outlaws Militia. So I take out Adrian. Cleo sends this absolutely insane shot around the pit, hits me in the knee. I was barely safe, and I ended up getting Cleo. Or no, I didn't get Cleo out, but I ended up getting Ben out and clipping his foot right at the end of the game. I was very proud of myself for that game. And then obviously, y'all knew this was coming. Becton's hat trick, the first hat trick in league history. I was super impressed with him. I wasn't surprised to see a hat trick come from him. He's a really great player, especially on offense. So I wasn't surprised. But it was really awesome to see him come out with a strong hat trick so early on in the season against a good team, too. Obviously, he had to get out Aiden and Lucky, who are 2 great players. You saw how great they played on day 1. So, yeah, it was a really impressive game to me. But, yeah, obviously.
I actually lied. My answer was an answer to another question. Mine is actually a team highlight.
That's all right.
Militia versus Stallions, match 1, game 4. Just because I forgot who exactly we lost, but we had we won that match. We had it was me and I think it might have been Adrian.
I think it was you and Adrian.
It was me and Adrian still in, but we were able to work together. We were able to take down Lucky and his squad. So, they played well. They got one of us out. So it was just a good overall as a team.
Yeah, y'all had very good recovery that game. So, next, let's go ahead and let's get into the juicy part of today. We each picked 3 games that we thought were the best overall. And we're just going to go ahead and get these out of the way. So we're going to go one by one, say one of our 3 games. And we're going to talk about it a little bit.
I was going to go.
Yeah, we'll go in line order.
Okay.
So you'll go first, I'll go second, you'll go third with your first game. I'll go with the second game, I'll go first, you go second, you go third.
And then I go first.
Yeah, and then you go first.
Okay, yeah.
And then
there might be a little repeats in here.
yeah, there's probably going to be
definitely.
repeats. There's I think
Especially with the first one I want to say.
yeah. So I'm personally am doing mine in order from like third best to second best to first best. Y'all don't have to.
Yeah,
but I'm going to.
I am not doing that.
I got it. Hold on. I got it. All right, and we are back. So, Lucky, go ahead and give me your first game.
I feel like everybody's going to talk about this, but first in the season, Cleo's catch.
Oh.
Oh, okay, good. That's a
Yeah.
good pick. That's a good pick. We'll go back and talk about it in just a second. My first pick, my number 3 spot, was Outlaws versus Militia Game 4, and I'll talk about that in just a second. That was my third place, my third favorite game.
Yeah. Well, same as this guy. Number 3, exact same one.
Oh, wow.
Specifically, like I said before, the 1v1 between Cleo and Ben. This was the question, that was an answer.
That was not the game that I just talked about.
Well, mine was the 1v1.
Okay. So yours was the game you talked about earlier. So,
Yeah.
Lucky, I mean, I'm sure we all know why you picked it, but just give us a little reason why you picked Cleo's catch.
Well, Cleo's a great player, and he caught against a great player. A catch on Becton, first in the season. It was a great catch, and you can tell Becton knew he messed up. The second he hit the volleyball bump.
Volleyball?
Yeah, he
I mean,
kind of had
kinda.
the...
It kind of went straight up, yeah.
I thought you called it a volleyball.
No.
No. He
kind of volleyball
hit
bumped it.
style.
And Cleo with just the immaculate reaction time.
Yeah,
just
it was amazing.
Swooped in and caught it. So my first game I picked was Outlaws versus Militia Game 4. And this was for one reason and one reason only. Well, a couple of reasons. This game was hilarious. So first of all, you have Cleo starting with his distraction technique, his little distraction technique, which I thought was hilarious. We all loved that. We all took a good laugh with that. Then we had a review between a hit with Cleo and Becton and Cleo did not like the call whatsoever. No, they were just joking, and they thought it would be really funny to overreact to the call. They both agreed with it. We all kind of knew that they were both out on that hit, so we thought it would be really funny to just overreact it, because it's just hilarious. And that game, I think, ended in an Outlaws win. I think it was me and Shelby versus... Actually, no. I think it was a Militia win. I'm pretty sure what happened was I touched the ball with my foot, and then it ended up being a 1v1 between Ben and Shelby, and Ben takes the W. I think that's what happened, so it wasn't great for my team specifically, but it was a ton of fun. That's one of my favorite games in day one.
Yeah, my third selection, third place, was the 1v1, which I basically already answered that, but, it was fun to watch, great from both players. Basically, you heard why I like it already.
That lucky Cleo 1v1?
Yeah, you heard why I like it already.
So that's Militia versus Stallions game 2. And that's convenient that you talked about it, because I'm starting our second spot. And that's my second spot, is Militia versus Stallions game 2. You have some absolutely insane dodges versus Lucky. 2 saves! Coming down to the very last second to keep Lucky alive. Cleo with some amazing hits. Lucky with some amazing hits. Lucky ends up getting a really well-timed shot to take home the W. But Cleo played fantastic as well. It was just back and forth, great Gaga ball, and I was very impressed with it. I'm not going to talk about it just because you already talked about it. That's all I've got to say. Ben, what's your next pick?
Well, I'm not a copycat, Lucky, I swear. But my second place is Cleo's catch.
Okay.
Because literally, exactly how you said, first of the season, Becton made a big mistake, and Cleo was just able to capitalize on that. He was able to keep us in the game there, and was just, honestly, immaculate catch. First on the season, good him.
It was. All right, Lucky.
And then I believe Aiden and Ben, you guys had a 1v1. I thought that was a great 1v1. It was fun to watch.
So that's your second?
Yeah.
Your second one? Okay, that's a very good... That was... Hold on, let me find it really fast. That was Militia Stallions Game 5, and it was Aiden versus Ben, as you were saying. Continue.
2 great players going against each other in a great 1v1. And it was just fun to watch, and there was never a really clear moment on who was going to come out on top until you got closer to the end.
Yeah, that's a very good 1v1. All right, Ben, You want to deliver your?
Yeah.
I think we all have the same
I think we have a
last one, right? I
consensus
think we have a
number
consensus
one.
number one.
Oh,
How about we
wait,
do we
mine
just
is, actually,
say it all at the same time?
Wait, what?
I think mine's different. Hold up.
Oh.
What?
How about we
How
all
do you have a
say
different
we all
one?
say our
Because,
number
I mean, that's
ones?
a good moment, but I feel like that's too obvious to be a good moment.
Oh, shut up. So
How-
honorable
oh.
mention for you, whatever.
Yeah,
so
it's
that's
an
what
honorable
okay,
mention.
okay.
Well, we have the same
We have
one.
the same
so
one
we can
'cause
say
we're
it at the
correct.
Same, we can say it at the
Three,
same time.
2, 1. Becton's hat trick. Yeah, it was Stallions versus Outlaws game 5. It was just, he gets me out, and he was very, very upset that he had that team out, and he just absolutely redeems himself by getting Lucky, Aiden out, Kayla out. He just goes insane. Shows one of the best performances. Honestly, if you look through the rest of the season, it's still one of the most impressive hat tricks. It was a fantastic game. Lucky, you're wrong, but what was your favorite game?
I've already mentioned this several times, but my 1-2 with Cleo, I felt okay.
The bias.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I'm a little biased, but I just felt
Third time mentioned.
yeah, probably the way I performed in that just kind of shows how I am as a player and just who I'm going to be for the rest of the season. And I feel like Cleo played really good in there, but he's a good player to play against. It was a hard 1v1, but I'm glad I came out on top.
For sure. Okay. So we have not prepared anything else. So everything else from here on out is completely improv, just on the, just the spur of the moment, and we're just going to go crazy. So, the first thing I want to talk about, what was the funniest moment of the episode? Because there are some great funny highlights in this episode.
Yeah.
I'm going to start it off with Colton absolutely criticizing the refs in Game 5. I'm pretty sure Game 5 of Outlaws Militia, where he goes, the refs are clueless, just like the NFL. And, I mean, if that doesn't sum up the state of the NFL, I don't know what does. And the refs were not paying attention very well. Aiden, do your job better. No, I'm kidding. He did his job better later in the season. That's the only thing I will say there. But yeah, that's just a hilarious moment, especially coming as an NFL fan. Yeah, that's a great moment. Okay? Which I'm not a Dolphins fan, by the way. Go Texans. I just think Jay Ajayi is hilarious. This is a Jay Ajayi jersey. None of you have any idea who that is, and that's totally fine. Anyways, continue.
All right.
You want to go? Or do you want
I got it.
Right.
So it's a close 2 for me, but one of them is Cleo just kicking the ball with his foot. Just going just like right up there, not even trying to hit it, just boom, right in his foot.
And Cleo kicks it. Yep. And Cleo hits it with his foot. After all that, Cleo hits it with his foot. Yeah, that's a really funny
And the other
moment.
one, I think this one is a little higher. And Lucky jumping across the pit for no reason.
Yeah, and that was yours.
That
I'm
was
guessing.
on my list. And then we had a couple just interview goof ups. I thought were just kind of good, and the way it was edited was handled well.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll take that. Thank you.
I think it was me. I yelled at somebody mid interview.
Shut up. Yeah, your interview with Adrian.
Shut up, and it just cuts in. We come back.
Yeah. There's another moment that I want to shout out as well. Shelby's interview is hilarious. Go team. Go team. Don't go team. Yeah, Shelby, a legend during interviews. Yeah. So, next, I want to take a little bit of a game here. So, what we're going to do is we are going to do a draft. And we are going to do a draft based on players in that day. We are going to try and draft a starting lineup of 3. We're gonna do a snake style draft just as we did on draft day, and we won't trade picks, of course. Okay. So first pick will be Lucky, second pick will be me, and third pick will be Ben.
Okay.
And then round 2, you'll get the first pick, I'll get the second pick, Lucky will get the third pick, and we don't have draft boards prepared for this. So we're just going off the top of our head, just thinking of players, and obviously this is only based on day 1.
So it's us and 3 others.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I guess no. You can literally take anybody.
So I'm not like.
No, I'm saying like.
Am I a part of the team already though?
No, you're not.
Okay, so
no.
out of everyone who played,
literally just
so
you're picking a team. You can draft yourself, but you can
to,
also draft somebody else.
Okay,
yes.
I got it.
Okay, so you got first pick.
I got 3 people in mind. 2 of them I'm leaning heavily towards, but I think I just got to go with Aiden first round.
Oh, okay. And so for my first pick, I'm gonna take Becton.
That's
it was those were the 2 that you really got to consider first. But
I mean, with the defense, I just had to go
yeah,
for
exactly.
Aiden.
And then for me, it was just the hat trick and just the overall offensive impact that Becton brings. But yeah, okay. So this is where the draft really starts, right here, Ben.
For my pick, I gotta go with the teammate. Gotta go Cleo.
Oh, okay.
He had great games. He had the catch. He had the 1v1. He's a good player.
For sure. And you are back on the board. Who is your next player?
Oh, that's tough. I gotta think about that one. I gotta think.
Okay, okay.
I gotta remember the teams from day one.
Yeah. So all I know is I already have my next player.
I think
ready,
I have my
so.
next one.
I low-key forgot who was all there because
Well, I mean, you got you got Adrian, you got me, you got Shelby, you got Kayla, you got Lucky.
That's it, isn't it?
I think because Becton,
And Aiden have already been
Aiden,
drafted.
and Cleo have already been
yeah,
picked. So it's
there you
just
go.
everybody else
You know
is
what?
still available.
I'm definitely not gonna go with the bouncer over here, but I'm actually gonna take Tyler. in
Ah,
round
you stole
2.
my pick. That's unfortunate.
Alright.
That's okay. Because with my second pick, I mean, I have to. I'm taking Lucky. Like, I mean, now, is it a lot of offense for one team? Absolutely. I would have liked to take myself and balance me and Becton out a little bit, but Becton can lay back and play defense a little bit, and now with Becton and Lucky, I think I've got the best offense possible here.
Okay.
So, Lucky, you are on the board,
Yeah.
and your pick got taken, but you have the next 2 picks.
This makes my
So this
job
is your opportunity to
very
recover.
hard. Let me think.
This is where the draft gets really difficult, and you really got to think about how you want to build your team out overall.
I'll take Ben.
Oh, okay. So we all have a different captain. Round 2 was just captains picked, and we each have a different person.
All right.
That's funny.
I need
Okay.
to start this round off.
Yeah. So this is my last pick, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So how are you thinking about it going into this?
Who's left? We have Adrian, Emily, not Emily.
No, Adrian, Kayla, and Shelby.
Oh.
are your
So
last
basically, whoever's left is who I'm getting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just get whoever's left, but
Honestly, I'd be okay with all of them.
yeah, exactly. I would be okay with any of
There
these
is
people.
one that I specifically want.
I'll be taking Adrian.
Oh, okay. Ooh, okay. I like that. Why do you pick Adrian?
Well,
Just I want a little breakdown, you know?
because I have 2 very good offensive players, but I also have 2 very good defensive players.
Okay.
And Adrian, I see him as kind of a both. He plays a little bit more aggressive, and he makes some mistakes. We can get him out, but those mistakes often have a payout rate, so it's like it's a gamble.
And I think he's one of the, like, just based on day one, is one of the higher ceiling players. Like, I think if he grows into his full potential, he could be a star player.
Oh, yeah.
So, and that's no spoilers, by the way. That's just, like, based on day one. That was my opinion from the beginning. And so now, I get a pick between 2 very good defensive players. It's tough.
So either way, you guys are both getting great defense.
Yes, definitely.
Great defense. One has a little more offensive upside, but I think one has a little more defensive upside. Call me biased. I don't care. I'm gonna take Shelby, and I'm gonna just really load the defense here. Load up on some extra defense. We already have plenty of offense. I don't need more offense.
Yes.
I have Lucky and Becton already. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you have Kayla.
That's good thing is Kayla's what I wanted, you know.
Oh, okay.
I went through this draft really how I went through the actual draft for the season. We have Cleo out there who's able to go out, get the ball, very aggressive player. And then to counteract him, we have Kayla cuz she'll play back, and then even if she doesn't go for the ball, she's able to get the ball out in the field, out in an open pit, which allows Cleo to go for the ball. And then exactly how Ben was planning out, we have Tyler, right in the middle, being able to play back but also play up.
Okay, I like that. And so for my team, I've got Becton, I've got Lucky, and I've got Shelby. I have potentially the best defender. I wouldn't say the best defender based on day one. I think I would give that edge to Kayla or Aiden. But, and I mean, I guess you could throw myself in the conversation, whatever. I'm not going to because I'm not that kind of guy. But Shelby has a lot of defensive upside. She showed some great dodges, especially right before Cleo actually made his catch. She had some insane run around where she was able to just basically run away from the ball, trailing behind her. It was crazy. She had some good dodges that I really, really liked. Becton, obviously, potentially the best player in that day. Just depends if you want to go Becton or Aiden. It's really just a toss-up of what you like more. And then with Lucky, you get the most offensive upside potentially in the league. You do sacrifice a little bit on defense, but I know Becton is capable of staying back really well as well. So you don't see it quite as much from him, but he can do that. So I'm very happy with my team.
And plus, when you draft me, you get whimsical leaps across the pit. So.
Yeah.
But I have Aiden, Adrian, and then
Me.
Ben. Yeah. So I have kind of an offense-loaded team, but I also have
AAB.
yeah. I have an offense-loaded team, but I also have a team I know can perform on defense. Like Aiden, he's very good at what he does, and you can tell he knows what he's doing, and he's gonna grow very well.
Yeah.
Rate our teams.
Yeah, in the comments, say who you won the draft. Honestly, I think I'd say Lucky won the draft. I think you got the most. I think you got the most two-way. Because I think I have the best offense. I think you probably have the best defense. But I think you have the best middle ground. So
yeah.
I am gonna give that to you. I'm gonna say that you won the draft. Congratulations.
Yeah. That's our opinion.
Had a great team. Yeah.
Rate
if you
rate the drafts.
If you think somebody else won. Give it to us in the comments.
And then make your own draft. Leave your own draft in the corner.
Yeah, exactly. Which three would you take? How would you balance your roster out? There's a lot of different ways you could go about it. There's a lot of great offense. There's a lot of great defense. So there's really a lot of options here. Mm-hmm. Next, I want to play a game here.
A game again.
Yes. So I want to do another game. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to close my eyes.
Okay.
Oh. You guys are going to come up with a number. We're doing Gaga Ball wavelength. Oh. So I am going to close my eyes. These two are going to come up with a number. And I'm going to give different Gaga Ball related questions based on day one.
Oh, I got it.
And they're going to have, and I'm going to try and figure out what number they picked. So basically, they pick a number on a scale of 0 to 10, and I'm going to ask them different, 10 being the best, 0 being the worst. And I'm going to basically give them questions. So for example, I could say offensive performance, like player based on their offense.
So we pick 0, you just gotta look like a bad person.
Yeah, so please, no. No, y'all are gonna look like a bad person. What are you talking about?
Because we're the ones
you have the ones. Yeah, you have the ones giving the answers. I'm giving the categories. You're giving the answers. Yeah, so you gotta. So don't just pick a low number, or don't avoid picking a low number just because you don't want to look mean. Because it's just objectively based on day one performance.
Okay.
So. Yeah, so they'll give me the answer that they think fits the category best on what they would rate that player, thing, team, whatever, on a scale of 0 to 10, like mascot, or like color combo or whatever. I can give you anything.
Okay.
So I'm going to give each of you 2 categories, and obviously I will...
Then we're going to switch who closes their
Yeah, we'll do speed rounds.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to close my eyes. They're going to decide a number, and they'll put it up on screen, 10, 9, 8, whatever. Okay. All right, I'm going to close my eyes. And they're going to show it on screen.
All right, you're good.
All right. So, Lucky, I'm going to start with you.
Right.
I want to go best individual play. Like, the player with the best individual play. Like, 10 being the best, 0 being the worst. Like, based on just their biggest highlight from the day, give me one player that fits this number.
I'll go... I don't remember what game it was, but... Kayla had a series of blocks. It was turtling, but it was good blocks.
Okay. So I'm thinking this is like between 5 to 7 because it's a good highlight. But I think if we're going on one individual highlight, there are bigger highlights that you could pick. I think there's potential for like a 5 to 7, maybe a little lower, but I would say that 5 to 7 range makes the most sense right now. Ben, let's go with the team name, and this is any of the 4 teams that we have. So this is Cibolo Spartans, San Antonio Militia, San Marcos Stallions, Shirts Outlaws. Just based on the team name itself, the mascot.
I know.
However you want to go about this. Actually, let's do mascots specifically.
What are the mascots?
The Spartans, Outlaws, yeah.
I
Okay.
know what I'd pick.
I'd probably go Spartans for this.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think... Oh, that's tough. I don't know why I said that one, because this is very subjective. So that sucks.
How many questions do you get if we're doing speed round?
We're doing 2. I'm just going to do 2 each.
Okay.
But just give them fast.
Yeah.
All right, so Lucky. Yeah. Let's do out of the... that doesn't leave very many options. Let's do... Let's do moments just based on how funny they were. 10 being the funniest, the absolute funniest. 0 being that wasn't funny at all. Like, if you're laughing at that, you have a problem. You should get it checked out.
Let me think. Because there's a lot of good moments. I say after my save, I just kind of flop into the pit.
Okay, that's funny, but there's funnier. Yeah. I think I'm in between that 5 to 7. I think I'm 4 to 6 right now. I think I'm like I'm looking at 5 or 6 right now, I think. Ben, with the last question, I'm going to say, what do you think was the best game? So 10 being the best, 0 being the worst. You pick any one game you can think of.
Those games like that.
Okay, so...
that is not a good question.
Okay. Here, I'll give you a different question, because I'm guessing this is a middle range number, so I'll give you a different one.
Don't do game specific.
Yeah.
I can't remember games.
Okay, no, you're good. Let's go ahead and let's do let's just do overall player performance that day. So just overall, 10 being the best performance out of everybody, 0 being the worst. And obviously, this is objectively speaking, this is not, no hate, if it's a low number. And then obviously, full praise if it's a high number. So,
based on day 1, I'm gonna say his name again, but I'd probably say Cleo.
I agree
okay.
with that. I agree with that.
I think y'all brought me up a little bit. I think we're at like a 6-7, maybe higher. Because Cleo was very good day 1. He did have some missteps on defense, but his offense was looking really good. I think I might actually be between a 6 and a 7 now. Oh, Cleo's bringing me up quite a bit. I'm going to lock in a 7 out of 10. Is it correct?
That's correct.
Let's go. Cleo was a great answer. You really brought me up there. Yeah, that was good, guys. That was good. Good job. All right. Who wants to go next?
You can go, Ben.
All right, so he's going to guess. And I say... All right, there's the number on screen.
Right,
Lucky, you can go ahead and look.
Okay.
Bro had his head in his shirt. That's crazy.
Yeah. I'll start with you, Ben. I'll go...
Okay.
Let me think. Let's just go players. Just player.
Just player?
Like, just the person themselves.
As a person?
Yeah, as a person.
Rating their personality?
Yeah.
Oh, there goes my answer.
Yeah, yikes. That's tough.
As a personality?
That sucks, dude. I hate that. Oh, I'm so glad you didn't ask me that.
I don't know, actually.
It's so subjective. That is so subjective.
If we're doing personality...
This isn't any hate.
Aiden.
Oh, that puts me really high.
Good answer,
I'm
good
in
answer.
love with Aiden.
You're in love with Aiden?
Whoa there,
cut that
bud.
part out.
No, I'm not cutting that. I'm going to actually turn the volume up. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
Adjust how I'm sitting a little bit.
Okay, Tyler, I'll go color combos of the teams.
Ooh.
Which is pink and green.
You made these.
Okay, yeah,
so,
I
like,
made
this
these.
Is
So
very,
this
is going to be very,
very
subjective.
telling. I mean, well, it's not very telling because I like all of the color combos.
Yeah, but there's
so
some which are better.
yeah, there's some that I would say are better. For me, this is easy. I'm going to say, and no bias in any of my answers, any of your answers, I'm going to say...
No, I'm biased. I'm just kidding.
No, I'm going to go ahead and... I think I'm going to say pink and green. I think I am. I think I'm going to do it.
I know you really like that one because you picked that one for yourself. So
I didn't. Y'all picked your teams first. Just reminding
you. We did,
Just
but
reminding
I feel like you had that one in mind when you made it.
Okay.
So I'm feeling high because Aiden's a great guy. I love Aiden.
Yeah.
That's a good color combo. Kind of gives me Patrick Star vibes. Now I'm going to go back to you, Ben, for...
Towards the mic, man.
For plays of the day.
Oh, plays of the day.
That's a good one because there's a lot of variability, and this is how good they are, or like how funny it is, how entertaining it is,
how good, like
objectively good
how
it
good,
was.
how objectively good the play was.
Okay.
How it benefited the game.
So.
Ooh,
That's very tough.
that is very tough. Ooh, I know what I've got.
It's gonna be a highlight. So I would go with the hat trick, Beckman's hat trick.
Okay, so I think I know what it is.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking 9 or 10, but that might be too high. And this next question will definitely help.
I thought of a great question that I should have asked. Dang it! Sorry. Go ahead.
Let's go with. I gotta think of a question that will give me something clear.
For sure.
How you think that, or like players based on how you think they'll perform on later in the season, based off like day one.
Oh, like
so
predictions for the future.
Yeah.
Are we going? So we're going predictions or just highest potential possible?
Oh,
Like predictions?
Prediction.
Okay. Because that's definitely there's definitely a difference there.
Yeah.
Ooh. I'm gonna say, and no bias, like I said, I'm gonna say myself. I think.
Oh.
I'm gonna say myself.
Okay.
You had.
I think that's a good answer.
Hey, you can't spoil anything.
I know.
Not you, him.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna lock it in a 9 out of 10.
Lock it in.
Yeah.
You're correct.
Yeah, all right,
That's why I said
there you
myself, because if I said Becton or Aiden, like that's just obviously
that's
a 10.
fine.
I feel like myself was obviously a 9
Yeah.
versus a 10.
Alright.
So.
So then.
Okay, all right, and now Ben, we've gone 2 for 2. Let's see if Ben can
I'm
keep
not
the train
gonna
going
keep
in
it
2 for 3.
going.
Okay. All right, we have our number. Ben, you can go ahead and wake up, even though you were not asleep.
I don't think I'm gonna get this.
I think you will. I think you got
Okay,
it. I think you got it. Because we're fairly on a similar page, I would say, in general.
I'm gonna start with Tyler.
Okay. All right, what you got?
Players' overall performance.
Day 1?
Day one.
Okay. Oh, that's tough. Cause there's only 9 players, and you have 11 options for numbers. So,
Oh yeah.
ooh,
Okay, so you gotta
I'm
pick.
gonna say. I think. I'm gonna say Adrian. I think
Okay.
because, yeah, I'm not gonna. I can't explain.
yeah.
I'll explain later, but I
Okay,
can't
yeah.
explain now. 'Cause I think
That
that's a really good answer. I think.
Adrian.
That's a great. I would agree with that answer.
That feels very mid, probably like 4 to 6, because he wasn't the greatest, but he also wasn't the worst. So
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
okay.
Bring it on.
Ben, I'm lucky. I'm gonna come back at you with the plays by how funny they were.
How funny they were. Okay.
So 10 being the funniest, 0 being the least
Yes.
funny. Okay. Okay.
I can't think. Hold on, let me think.
For all of these, it's gonna be 10's the best, 0's
Okay.
the worst.
Okay. Okay.
This is a hard question. 'Cause there's a lot of moments that day. I don't know. Let me think.
Just pick something. Yeah.
I'll just go with the shut up interview. I feel like it's an okay answer for that.
Okay, so
Okay.
Because I just can't think of anything else right now.
that keeps me in the same range, probably more towards 4 and 5.
Okay.
I can't think of
Okay.
anything for that number that we selected.
So
So you got one more
Tyler.
question each. So
Yes,
use these
Tyler.
wisely. You got to keep it up. I think we can go 3 for 3 here. I'm not gonna say
Yeah.
based on your answers specifically or how you've analyzed
Yeah.
our answers, but I think we
Yes.
should. We
If
can do
we
it.
can-
I think we can do it.
yeah,
We can.
we
We
can
can
pull
clutch
off.
up. We can clutch up. You can clutch up. We got this.
Going back to you, Tyler. Like
My dog just barked. I don't know if you can even hear it in the video, but my dog just barked. That was funny. Anyways,
big moments. Like it didn't have to like make it into a highlight reel, but like
Okay.
bigger moments.
just like
during
10 being the
games.
biggest moment,
Yeah,
being
like-
like the most game breaking, whatever.
Yes. 10 was the one that
And
like
this can also-
everyone jumped out of their seats
And this
for.
can also be like
Just like
announcer calls, interview moments, or are we talking gameplay specific?
game call. Game
Gameplay
specifically.
specific. I will go with Cleo's save in y'all's first match against the
I don't
Stallions.
even
Okay.
remember that.
I just know it happened. I don't
Yeah.
remember exactly how it was, but like I have an idea of how it was.
Okay. Ben.
Yeah.
For you, I don't know. Let's see. What's a good question? Sorry, I'm like, I gotta lock in for this.
No, you're
They
good.
put so much pressure on me to keep it going.
No, you're
The
good.
guy who's probably the worst at this game.
Hey, you're good. You're
You're
good.
the choker if you mess it up.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Okay.
I don't know if we can put that out there.
You're coming in
Alright.
next time with the banana costume that says choker on it. I don't know if y'all have seen that on
I've
YouTube
seen
before.
it.
Yeah, okay. You
Um.
had the easy shot, bro.
Exactly.
I don't know. This is really tough.
Do you want me to give you the question that I thought of?
I don't care.
If you want.
Let's
Well,
just see what it is.
Suggest.
It was just the different award categories based on how
I
much
completely
you'd like
forgot
to
it
win
didn't have to
about it.
involve day one.
Yeah, it doesn't have to. It just can't involve future days.
Ooh, the rankings of people that like got the award. Like what do you think of the person who got first, second, third, fourth in
Wait.
voting?
What? No, you can't.
Huh?
You can't do
Oh.
that because
Oh, okay.
it can't involve stuff from future days.
Oh,
So it
And the
could be
awards
like
are
predictions.
technically future
Yeah,
days.
I mean like the
Oh,
award
okay.
category based on like how much you want to win it, whatever, right? Or like you could do
okay.
an award category based on how well likely you
So
think a
could I ask
specific player could be to get it. Like you could
So
do something like that.
I could ask him specifically for a certain award.
Yeah, so you could be like, I like
You for defensive player of the year.
Like how likely would that be?
how or
Wait,
Wait,
no. No.
wait,
You would say
how much
you
would you answer
you
that?
would say what award,
Do you,
like an award that you could win. 10 being the most
Oh.
likely, 0 being the least likely.
that's
basically.
my question.
Okay,
What award you like
that's
you'd
tough.
be most likely to win?
That's
Um,
tough. That's tough. And this is the final
that's
question.
there, so that'd probably. I don't even know what all the awards are.
You got Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, MVP, Captain of the Year. You got Clutch Player of the Year. You got Most Explosive Player, or Most Electric Player, not Explosive.
Yeah.
You got Fan Favorite. You
Boom.
got Most Dedication, which obviously none of us are eligible for. I feel like I'm missing one. I have to be. Oh,
Rookie.
Most improved.
Oh.
Well, we don't have rookies,
Oh, yeah,
so we didn't have like real rookies.
Yeah.
So
I will go most improved.
okay.
Okay.
That's a good answer. Actually, that's
Okay.
a really good answer. Okay, hold on.
Honestly,
You cooked.
after all that, I'm still in my mid range, so
All right, come on.
I'm gonna go with my gut. I'm gonna lock in 5.
Final answer.
Yeah.
It was a 3. We were trying to bring you a
Oh,
little lower. We were trying to bring
3?
you. That's okay though. That's okay. Still 2 for 3. I think that's pretty
Yeah,
good.
I was gonna say defensive player of the year. I was like, that might just bring you down to like a 1 or like a 0.
Yeah,
So
but
I was like,
that's all right. That's all right. That's all right.
If you, defensive player of the year, I was like, I know it's not gonna.
Whoa! Almost just had a spoiler there, guys. You're not getting it that easily. Don't even think
Just
about
feel
it.
like
That's
the
why we're not doing it live. That's why we're not
put a
doing it
censor
live.
over it.
There were certain awards that I was like, I don't think,
Yeah.
Yeah. We know what you mean. We know what you mean. We know what you mean.
Because
Yeah.
of what was previously stated.
Yeah, so it was 3. So it was like in that mid range. And for me, I was like,
I don't
Adrian,
think-
I think has the potential to be way better than he was. So I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
on that lower end.
I was not.
like he was
in
not
that-
bad though.
I was not in that range at all for any of your answers.
okay. I think
That-
you kind of sold with
Yeah.
the shut up because that's still funny.
Yeah.
I just couldn't.
I think you
I
gotta-
think
no,
that was
that's-
like a 3
Yeah,
pick.
That's exactly
just
what I was
say a
thinking.
normal moment. Could have just
Yeah.
said
That
something
would have been
normal.
like a 1 though.
Yeah, but that would at least bring down for
Oh,
like
If
a
you
minute.
said your,
it's fine. It doesn't
if
matter.
you said
It
your
doesn't matter.
flop, I honestly would have gone down because I think the shut up is funnier than that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I want to do one more game.
We're at
actually.
40 minutes.
Yeah,
so-
that's fine.
Okay.
I think that's fine. I was just giving like a
Yeah.
general estimate for a time frame.
Yeah.
And I think for one more thing to do today, we should give our current prediction for every single award based on day 1.
Oh,
This
okay.
is tough though because we know who won every award.
Yeah.
So you can't we can't think about it from the perspective of
Yes.
who actually wins
Based
based
on
on
day
watching
one
day 1
stats.
specifically.
But if somebody wins that award, am I still allowed to say them?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
You can still say somebody if they end up winning that award or being a finalist for that award.
Okay.
You're literally just going based off of day 1 only.
And then
Okay.
Who would win each award
say
in
the
your
award
opinion?
and then go down the line of who we think.
Yeah,
will
we'll
Okay,
say the award and
okay.
we'll go down the
Definitely.
line. So we're going to save the more prestigious awards for last. So
That's fair.
let's go through. And I'm just going to pull up all the list of all the awards. That way we don't miss any. Oh, my back. Okay? That way we don't miss any. So, we're going to start with fan favorite player. Based on day 1, I think this is the hardest to predict. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Who wants to? You want to just? We'll just start with you on all of them, unless
Okay.
you need
Yeah.
to not
do
start.
I have to name one person or can I name?
You can name a couple people. I
Alright.
think with this one, you
I-
can name a couple of
I'd
people just
probably
because it's really
say-
hard.
Me, Becton, or Aiden.
Okay, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I'm kind of in that same boat. You, Becton, Aiden, Shelby. I think has a sneaky chance if she can
Oh.
keep getting those interviews because
Yeah.
her interviews are just so funny.
Same 3.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, yeah.
Makes sense.
That
Makes
was
sense.
expected.
Yeah. That.
We're on a very good page. So
Yeah.
Except
I
for
mean.
wavelength apparently.
Yeah, well, no, we were still very good for the most part. You're just not as good at wavelength, which is fine.
I don't play
Okay,
wavelength.
yeah, that's fine. Okay, so next, we're going to go with most improved player. This one's impossible, so we're skipping it. I don't care. We're not guessing who's going to improve the most. This
Oh,
is
yeah,
just based
hold
on
on,
who
I was like-
actually improves the most.
Yeah.
We're not doing that. Next, we're going to do clutch player of the year. I think this one's interesting based on day 1.
Oh.
Because I think... Okay, I'm going to let you start. Because you got to go based on day 1 performance. It's tough.
I mean, there was a
really
lot of 1v1s,
It's really
a
tough.
lot of clutches. Are we counting saves from the pit as clutching?
I think that can count as
Yeah.
being
Okay.
clutch. You come in big moments when your team
Alright,
Yeah.
needs it.
So then I would say probably.
Talk to the mic.
I'd probably say like,
This one's tough. Do you need me to go
I
first?
think I have my 2.
I'll go me and Aiden.
Okay, I think that's fair. I'm gonna say Becton and Aiden.
Oh.
Those are
I
great
think,
picks.
and I
Those are
think,
amazing picks.
I think I could be in that conversation. I think you
Yeah.
could be in that
I was
conversation,
thinking
but I think my top
Sanders,
2 would be
couple of
Becton
saves.
and Aiden.
I was
Yeah.
like, oh.
I would say Cleo and Lucky because
Okay,
they
those
both-
are good
good
picks as
picks.
well.
You both
Solid picks
had
all
some
around.
really good saves,
Absolutely.
specifically from outside the pit
For sure.
too.
Okay. All right. Next, we're gonna do Captain of the Year. I think we all probably have the same prediction. Well, I know I do, but you know.
I think I probably have the same.
I know what I have for my prediction. Lucky, you can go ahead.
We're going off day 1, so.
Yeah, day 1 only. So
I'll
just the
have to
first
go-
look on the teams and how they were drafted,
Yeah.
how they kind of schemed their games
I'd
out.
honestly say this captain, he was just the most ambitious, Tyler Roundy.
Yeah, I had the same pick.
Yeah, me too.
And as much as I want to say that it feels biased, I feel like it's okay
just
because we had the
good-
most wins on day one. There's not a lot to go off of.
And you can just tell your team has that energy.
Yeah, exactly.
Me personally, your team, this is like no shade to everyone else, but like your team just looked like the most together, like knowing what you're doing.
You could, yeah, exactly. You could tell we had the most experience because I was on the team. Really, that's the main difference. And we did go out and practice once, so we had a little bit of experience. Like Becton and Shelby had both played a little bit. So even though Becton's brand new to Gaga Ball, never played before, he got a little bit of experience, and that's all he needed to really go out and shine. And then obviously everybody else, it was like you could tell we're still figuring it out.
Yeah.
And so that could change going through the rest of the season, but I'm hoping that I can keep that Captain of the Year spot locked up. I'm hoping.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
No spoilers.
Oh, absolutely not. All right, next, let's do... That's crazy. Yeah, electric player. So the most electric player is just the player that you think is the most exciting to watch. I feel like there's two really good answers
two big
here.
ones.
There's two big
I'm not
answers
even
here.
going to say with it. Me and Becton.
Yeah, you and Becton. I think if I had to lean towards one, based on day one, that's really tough because you had your really good 1v1 in game 2 against Cleo. Becton had his hat trick where he just went insane. I can't pick one.
I'd honestly leaning more towards Becton.
I think I lean more Becton,
agree
maybe
with
slightly, but it's going to be really
like
close.
Half an inch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very
Half
close.
an inch is a lot.
That's what I'm saying. It's like...
That's really big. So not
Huge.
quite that big, but
Yeah.
you know. Okay, so next we got Defensive Player of the Year. I think there's a couple valid options.
I think...
Couple in consideration.
Immediately, I'm going to lock in Kayla and Shelby.
Okay, I think those are very good picks. There's a lot of good picks.
Shelby had great defense.
I think
Kayla had great defense.
I'm gonna lock in 3.
Yeah,
I'm
me
gonna lock
too.
in Kayla, Aiden, and myself.
Oh.
Survival from me in 1v1s.
Yeah.
And like I had that 1v3 where I was in there for a while, and maybe that feels biased. I don't know. I feel like I've got good defense.
Yeah.
Kayla, absolutely insane on defense
Yeah.
that day. Also, I know I can do more on defense than I did, but I'll
Yeah.
move on from that. And then Aiden was just really, really good at staying alive, and so I think that could end up playing really well in his favor going through the remainder of the season.
I would say Kayla, Shelby, and Aiden.
Yeah.
Those are...
Shelby's Shelby, great pick as well.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to throw out somebody different. No. Okay. Next, we have Offensive Player of the Year. I feel like
Should be pretty consensus.
yeah. Well, there's 2. There's
Yeah.
3. There's 3.
There's 3.
There's 3.
And I'm just going to throw them all out. Or at least the 3 that I think. Again, me and Becton.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think those are the 3. I'm gonna lean Becton. I think just a
100%.
little
That
bit.
hat trick today and the way
Yeah,
he
the
shot
hat
the
trick
ball.
and just
Yeah.
he's so aggressive, but he actually is very consistent at hitting those shots. But Cleo's a sneaky pick here too.
Oh.
He had
could
some
definitely slide
really, really nice
Yes.
shots. If he can keep that offense going throughout the remainder of the season, he should have a very strong chance here.
Oh, yeah.
And then our final award, the prestigious award, MVP. And there's really only 2. There's really only 2 in consideration at this moment. There's only 2.
Yeah. Let's switch it up. Let's start over there.
Yeah, let's
Wait, for what?
Whoa,
MVP?
we're starting for MVP. We're starting over here, I guess. Okay.
From day one,
I feel like there's really there's 2.
2.
There's 3, but there's
I have
2
the 2
mainly
and
for
3,
me.
but I don't wanna be wrong.
I say we pick only one. Pick your top for offense for MVP.
Oh, I don't want to feel.
Oh.
I don't want to be biased or unbiased or. Well, I mean, I want to be unbiased. Just.
I
you know.
would say no.
You don't
Personally,
wanna be
Shut up.
biased.
as you said, this player was very consistent. Was able to hit their shots a lot. Overall, just probably the best player there at day one. I'd go with Becton for MVP.
Yeah, I think I had to go
I'll
back to
slide
just
it in
barely though, because Aiden's survival was crazy in
Yep.
day one. But he did make a couple of mistakes. Becton didn't really make very many mistakes, which I think just gives him the slight edge for day one.
Yeah.
But that could completely change, and it's going to be very exciting to see.
It's fun to watch.
Oh, for sure. And these are going to be even better to watch going forward because
Yeah.
we're all getting better at the game.
Yeah.
So, well, maybe not everyone, but a large majority of people are getting better or at least
Lucky.
staying consistent.
That's because I've been great from the start.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
And like somebody like me where I've played a lot, I'm probably
Yeah.
not going to gain as much experience as somebody who has never played before.
Yeah.
So that was mostly aimed at myself. That wasn't even aimed at anybody else in specific. That was aimed at me.
Yeah.
Anybody who's already played a lot. So really just me and Kayla, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, that was that was your National Gaga League Gaga Ballers podcast episode 1. Subscribe, comment who you think won the draft, comment
Yes.
your thoughts on wavelength,
Wait,
our
hey,
different
Ben, hey,
opinions.
Ben.
Oh, that's crazy. Why am I doing this?
You were the one who called it Talk to Us. So
Yeah.
you
Shut up. You guys made the joke first.
I did.
Ben did.
Yeah.
the joke.
Oh, okay, you're right.
I
Lucky,
made the
Lucky
group
made
chat
the
talk
joke.
to us.
Yeah, Lucky named our little group chat talk to us. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this one.
Yes.
If you have any suggestions for next season, go ahead and leave them in the comments. And that goes for all the games throughout the rest of the season. Comment so that we can blow up in the algorithm. Like,
Yes.
subscribe,
Share.
And, yes, share it with
Make
all
us
your
our
friends.
job.
If you live in the area, in the San Antonio, if you live in the San Antonio area and are interested in joining the Gaga Ball League, definitely follow the Instagram account, shoot me a DM, and we can potentially get something worked out. You already know we're so excited to
The Instagram's
expand
linked,
and
right?
have more people in the league, and potentially in the future even have more teams. So
Ooh, yes.
Have-
we don't know. That would be
Full-time
amazing.
job.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. I want to make this my job. I want to be like,
Yes.
That'd be
Get
amazing.
paid for this.
I know.
The
I want to
Instagram's
be
linked, right?
Yeah, or it should be linked.
Okay.
It will be.
It
if
might
it's
not be.
It will be now.
It will be at some point, and
Starting
it,
today.
it's starting at some point.
Starting
Eventually.
Eventually, yeah, starting eventually, hopefully
Coming
soon.
soon.
Yeah, or you can just look up national.gaga.league on Instagram and follow it there. Anyways, that's gonna be it.
I'm Lucky.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Tyler, and we will
we'll
see you next time.
time.
Peace.